I think that is the crux of what happens when you have two cultures, two homes. And our kids did go through that. And the reality is our kids did have some bumps and some trials and some mistakes. They could do a lot of what they wanted in their other home. And I know a lot of blended families that are listening can relate to that. They're saying, I can't control what happens in the other home, and it's not good. And so that is just a hard reality. There's times where I was like, man, what is going to happen with our kids? You know, they made some bad choices at times or whatever. For us, by God's grace and through faith on our part and prayer and a lot of culture setting to try to contrast the light and the darkness, our kids tasted both and ultimately chose light, ultimately chose Christ because they saw the contrast, saw the dichotomy between how this side lived and how this side lived, and ultimately the truth of the gospel and the truth and the glory of God's word and how he and the reality of the general revelation of the goodness of God that we all know in our heart shines forth, and ultimately they chose Christ because of that. If you're discouraged because you do have two cultures and your kids seem to be choosing the not so good culture.
I want to stay with my mom or my dad, you know.
They let me do this.
Right.
And maybe that doesn't fly in your home. I think our word to those parents is to be encouraged. God is sovereign. He knows your kids. He loves your kids. And honoring Christ in your home, being strong in your culture, celebrating the Lord, there's a high probability that the Lord will honor that. And ultimately your kids will see the goodness in your culture and follow that.